Have you ever spotted little shifts in your body and asked yourself, is this just aging or something bigger? As we get older, certain signs start popping up, some loud and clear, some sneaky, and one you might even catch a whiff of before you see it. These aren't random quirks. They're real clues about how your body adjusts over the years. In this video, we're digging into 5 telltale signs of aging. 1 tied to smell, 2 that grow bigger, 1 that shrinks, and a bonus you won't see coming. Some creep up slow, while others might hit you out of nowhere when you glance in the mirror. How many do you recognize? Hang on till the end. You might finally get why that one change has been bugging you. Stick with us because by the time we're done, you'll know what's going on with your body and what you can do about it. Let's dive in. Number 1, the scent that sneaks up on you. There's a peculiar smell that often tags along with aging. If you've ever strolled through a senior community center, you might have caught a hint of it. This isn't about skipping a bath or picking the wrong aftershave. It's something deeper, rooted at the cellular level. As we age, our skin goes through biochemical shifts, churning out a compound called nonanol. It's invisible to some noses, unmistakable to others, born when fatty acids in the skin break down from oxidative stress, giving off a grassy, waxy, or even slightly stale whiff. Here's the kicker. Nonol doesn't rinse off like your everyday sweater oil. Unlike typical body odors sparked by bacteria feasting on sweat, this stuff latches onto fabrics, sticks to your skin, and laughs in the face of regular soaps. That's why some folks still notice it even after a thorough wash. Young skin bounces back, shedding excess oils with ease. But as we get older, it holds on to those oxidized fatty acids, letting the scent grow stronger over time. Take Ellen, a 68-year-old from Nevada. She was flipping through a photo album in her living room when her son chuckled, "Mom, you smell like old paper and cedar." It's a quirky way people often describe it. She first blamed her lotion or the dusty shelves, but swapping products didn't help. The scent was her skin's new signature. She's not alone. Research shows nonol starts creeping in after 40 in tiny doses, but by your 70s, it's hard to ignore. Now, the bright side, you can't stop your body from making it, but you can keep it in check. Soaps crafted to cut through oils work better than your average bar. Antioxidant-packed foods, like green tea, juicy oranges, or crisp leafy greens, can dial back that cellular stress and slow things down. And since nonenal loves to hang on to clothes, toss some baking soda in the laundry, or grab an odor-busting spray made for aging skin. So if you've ever puzzled over why your scent's different lately, relax. It's not your mind playing tricks or a hygiene slip. It's just a natural slice of aging we all stumble into at some point. Number 2, the belly that won't back down. A growing waistline is one of the sneakiest signs of aging, and it's not just from sneaking an extra slice of pie or ditching the gym. As we get older, our metabolism takes a nap, muscle mass starts to slip away, and hormonal shifts make it a breeze to pack on fat, especially around the middle. You might have noticed that even if you're eating like you did back in your 40s or 50s, your belt keeps needing an extra notch. That's because testosterone takes a dive over time, and with it goes your body's knack for holding on to lean muscle. Muscle burns more calories than fat, so when it fades, your metabolism slows to a crawl, turning spare calories into belly fat faster than you'd like. For some, it's not just how it looks, it's how it feels. Shirts start hugging tighter, bending down gets tougher, or lugging that extra weight makes moving around a chore. Take Sam, a 73-year-old from Colorado. He was always trim in his younger days. He was out fishing by the lake one afternoon when he noticed his gut poking out more, even though his meals hadn't changed much, while his arms and legs looked skinnier. He chalked it up to getting old at first, but he didn't realize his body was shuffling fat to his midsection as muscle faded from his limbs. It's not just a vanity thing. Studies say extra belly fat in older folks ups the odds of heart trouble, diabetes, and even foggy thinking. Unlike fat tucked elsewhere, abdominal stuff is more active, pumping out inflammatory junk that messes with everything from your blood pressure to your brain. That's why folks with bigger waistlines in their 70s and 80s often feel more wiped out, deal with achy joints, or struggle to sleep. So what's the fix? First, resistance training is a top trick to fight muscle loss and keep your metabolism from snoozing too hard. Second, loading up on protein in your meals helps hang on to lean mass and keeps you satisfied longer, making weight control easier. Third, dodging processed carbs and sugary treats can steady your insulin and stop more fat from piling on. Sure, a little belly fat comes with aging, but letting it run wild can stir up serious health headaches. If your midsection's been creeping up despite sticking to your old habits, it's not your imagination. It's your body adjusting to those natural hormone changes. If you're still here soaking up these tips, drop a number 2 in the comments to let me know you're with me. Haven't subscribed yet? Hit that button and tap the bell so you don't miss out. Your support keeps us rolling with content to inform and lift you up. Let's keep going. Number 3, the ears that keep growing. You might not spot it at first, but your ears are quietly getting bigger as you age. Unlike muscles that dwindle or fat that shifts around, your ears just keep on growing well into your later years. And no, it's not your mind playing tricks. This happens because cartilage, that bendy stuff making up most of your outer ear, never stops growing your whole life long. Meanwhile, gravity tugs them downward, stretching them out and making them look even larger. Ever flipped through an old photo album and thought, hold on, my ears weren't this big back then? You're not imagining it. Studies say ears stretch about 0.8 inches per decade. So by the time you hit your 70s or 80s, they're noticeably bigger than in your younger days. It's not a huge jump year to year, but over decades, it piles up. Take Clara, a 70-year-old from Arizona. She always had neat little ears growing up. One afternoon, while sorting through boxes in her attic, she stumbled on a snapshot from her 30s and gasped at how much her ears had changed. They weren't just wider, they looked longer, droopier too. She even noticed her earlobes, once plump and perky, had thinned out and sagged, making her ears seem bigger still. It's something nearly everyone over 60 deals with, though hardly anyone chats about it. Unlike other body parts, cartilage keeps going, and the skin nearby loses its bounce, letting ears stretch out over time. It's not a health worry, just a looks thing, and for some it can spark a bit of shyness. So what can you do? You can't halt cartilage growth completely, but keeping skin stretchy with good hydration, collagen-rich foods, and shielding it from too much sun might slow the sag. If your earlobes look thin or creased, a dab of moisturizer or vitamin-packed skincare can help keep their feel smooth. Bigger ears are just part of aging's charm, like gray hair or laugh lines. Not a red flag, just nature's way of keeping you tuned in. Loving these insights? Drop a like to let me know. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and that bell so you don't miss what's next. Want to support us even more? Check out Super Thanks below. It helps keep these tips coming your way. Number 4, the calves that fade away. As you age, one change that might catch your eye is down in your legs. Those calves specifically. One day you glance down and realize those once sturdy calves don't hold the same shape or strength they used to. It's not just about shedding pounds. This is a classic aging sign called muscle atrophy, where your muscle mass slowly fades over time. Why does it happen? A few reasons stack up. First, as testosterone and growth hormone levels dip, your body starts losing muscle faster than it can rebuild it. Second, lots of folks ease up on activity without even noticing. Even if you're still strolling daily, you might not be working those calves like before, especially if running, jumping, or heavy lifting's off the menu. Third, your circulatory system shifts, cutting back blood flow to the legs, which only adds to the muscle shrink. Take Hank, a 71-year-old from Georgia. He spent years on his feet tending his orchard. His calves were always solid and defined, but by his late 60s, he noticed them thinning out while pruning trees one morning. Simple stuff like stepping up onto a stool or rising from a chair without grabbing the armrest got trickier. He shrugged it off as just getting older, but the real story was his muscles were shrinking from less action and hormone changes. Losing calf muscle isn't just a looks thing, it hits hard. Weak calves can throw off your balance, up your odds of a tumble, and slow your walking pace. Studies show folks with less calf mass often wrestle more with getting around in their later years, turning everyday tasks into a slog. That's why keeping your lower body strong is key to staying independent as you age. The good news? You can slow this fade, even turn it back a bit, with the right moves. Easy stuff like calf raises, resistance band workouts, or a brisk walk up a hill can rebuild those muscle fibers and boost circulation. Don't skip the protein either. Lean meats, eggs, or plant-based options fuel muscle upkeep and recovery. So if your calves are looking slimmer or feeling weaker, don't brush it off. This is one aging sign you can tackle with some effort. Acting now can keep you steady and moving strong for years ahead. Still with me soaking up these tips? Drop a number 4 in the comments to let me know you're here. Not subscribed yet? Hit that button and tap the bell so you catch every video. Your support keeps us rolling out content to inform and cheer you on. It helps fuel more of these insights for you. Let's roll on. Number 5, the hair that pops up out of nowhere. Here's a sneaky little surprise aging throws at you. Those wild hairs sprouting in places you never expected, like your nose and ears. One day you're washing your face, catch a glimpse in the mirror, and there they are. Stubborn strands sticking out like they own the place. It's not just a random quirk, there's a reason behind it. As you get older, testosterone levels shift in funny ways. They might thin out the hair on your head, but down below, they kick things into overdrive, sending rogue hairs sprouting in your nose and ears. It's like your body's playing a prank, moving the growth where you least want it. And these aren't shy hairs. They're thick, wiry, and bold, making them tough to miss. Take Pete, a 69-year-old from Texas. He was tinkering with his old radio in the garage one evening when his wife teased, "Honey, you've got a jungle poking out of your ears." He laughed it off at first, thinking it was a one-off, but a quick check showed his nose was in on the action too. It's not just him. This hits most folks past 60, and it's all thanks to those hormones messing with hair patterns while your scalp takes a break. It's not a health issue, but it can ding your confidence, especially when someone points it out at the worst time. So what's the fix? You can't stop the growth entirely, but you can tame it. A small trimmer's your best friend. A quick buzz in 5 minutes keeps things neat. Or go old school with Grandpa's trick, a steady hand and tweezers for a fast pluck while you're kicking back with the evening news. Keep it simple, though. Yanking too hard can irritate the skin. So gentle does it. These surprise hairs are just another badge of aging, like a little wink from time saying you've earned your stripes. Don't let them steal your shine. A quick trim and you're back in charge. Enjoying these nuggets? Drop a like to let me know. And if you're not subscribed, hit that button and ring the bell so you don't miss out. It fuels more goodies for you. Let's keep rolling. Now that we've walked through these 5 subtle but revealing signs of aging, take a second to think. How many of you spotted in yourself or someone close? Aging's a wild ride, and while some shifts are just part of the deal, knowing what's up hands you the reins to look after yourself better. Whether it's staying on the move to keep your muscles tough, watching those skin quirks, or tweaking your daily habits a bit, these small steps can carry you far, helping you age with spunk and grit. Aging isn't a monster to dodge. It's a chapter to step into with the right attitude and tricks up your sleeve. Every line on your face, every change in your frame, even that faint whiff of years gone by, they're all pieces of a tale about grit, bounce back, and hard-earned smarts. So don't sweat these shifts. Zero in on what you can do to stay fit, sturdy, and feeling like the truest you. What hit home hardest for you? Have you clocked any of these signs in your own mirror, or maybe caught others we didn't cover? We're dying to hear from you. Drop a comment below with one thing you picked up today and how you'll weave it into your life. Your words matter to us, so don't hold back. Reading them fires us up and keeps us going. Thanks for hanging out with us today. If this sparks something for you, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tap the bell so you're in on every drop. Want to keep the good stuff flowing? Toss us a nod with super thanks below. It powers more content to spark and lift you up. Catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.